back when games used to announce that they were explicitly violent and gory. Welcome back, folks. With me, Phil Turo. You're watching part 1 of the Claire A scenario in Resident Evil 2, and my goodness, that Capcom logo introduction brought back some memories. So, this is the PC version of Resident Evil 2. Amazing game. And one of my favorites from the original, well, I mean, they're all great, but Resident Evil 2 is probably my second favorite original. When I say original, I'm talking about the PlayStation Resident Evil games from back in the day, PlayStation 1. So I'm going to go ahead and let them narrate.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Claire Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
Okay, so now I'm going to continue talking. Even though there's more cutscenes here with the new character Claire, they're a little bit louder than that little slideshow presentation from the original Resident Evil. Raccoon City. So one thing about this playthrough, this is post-commentary playthrough for the majority of Claire's playthrough. I did one live commentary because I accidentally forgot to record a certain part of the game, which you'll find that part out later. And then Leon B, I actually did live commentary while I was playing it, just to cut down on some production time. But let's talk about this. So Claire ends up going to Raccoon City to find her brother, one Claire Redfield that we played with in Resident Evil Remake. So,
guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Maybe you're tasty. I don't know. So that was Taxigo. I was wondering if it was Taxigo or Stalga. Wait, Stalga's Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 2's. Anyways, this bar, I want to say that this is the bar that you start out in Resident Evil Outbreak 1, I want to say. So it's kind of cool to see this come back in a later game.
Hello.
Oh god, it's just like Resident Evil 1! But it's not Kenneth.
Look, I'm sorry
You know,
I bothered you,
if the...
Just don't come
There's a
any
lot of
closer.
stuff that's kind of like
Are you listening?
odd about the whole plot of Resident Evil 2, but you know, it's an amazing game, so I can forgive some of it. But in Resident Evil 2, supposedly the whole town is cordoned off by the military, so it's kind of weird how Claire made it through, and also this guy also made it through. That's not Leon.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down.
Headshot. But
We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer.
I also miss that voice actor for Leon. There's a few voice actors in Resident Evil 2 that don't repeat their performances later in Resident Evil games, but it's
Okay.
I do kind of miss this voice actor for Leon. Sometimes as cheesy as some of his lines are, but
What's going on? I
this
arrived
feels
in
very
time,
weird, and
the
in the
whole
future
place went
I'm
insane.
going to be
Radio's
posting
out.
Leon B and
You're a cop,
my
right?
my past
First day
future
on the
self
job.
recorded all
Great,
this
huh?
live already
Name's
for
Leon
Leon B.
Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
But this is
Mine's
Leon
Claire.
before
Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother.
before super action hero Leon S. Kennedy. Hey, that trucker made it back. I wonder if he's all right. Maybe that bite wound didn't do too much. Oh, that's not good. No, that bite wound did some bad juju.
Could you open the glove box?
Sure.
Again,
There's a gun.
she doesn't sound very
Better
enthused. I
take
know
it
I
with
said
you.
that in Leon B. Hey, oh God, not again! Leon, what are you doing? Anyways, this ain't happening. This ain't happening. And this is why kids, you always buckle your seatbelts, and don't leave the zombie seatbelts unlocked.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
that trucker had to have a synthesizer full of horn even though he's a zombie right now. That right there always makes me chuckle. I'll probably say that in Leon B, but I'm going to say it again here. Now, this is where Leon and Claire are separated, and so whoever you play in A, you're going to have the longer route to get to the police station.
I'll meet you there.
And B, you're already basically at the police station. That trucker just made Claire's job a whole lot harder. So now we're going to have to navigate through the city of the undead, Raccoon City. Now the interesting thing about Raccoon City, you're not in the actual Raccoon City for very, very long. Because once you get to the police station, you're no longer in the streets of Raccoon City. And this lovely gentleman that is going to be holding us up at gunpoint is Kendo, the maker of the Samurai Edge handgun in Resident Evil 1.
Don't shoot! I'm a human!
Ooh. Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
And you're just going to stand there right by the window. Okay, well, I'm going to let you do that very unsafe thing. And I know there's handgun bullets there, and I'm ignoring them for a reason. If you can get through this whole section before you get to the hospital, to the police station, I knew that was going to end very badly for him. Okay. Well, maybe those weren't zombies. Maybe those were just customers that wanted the ammo in this store. So, if you can make it all the way to the police station without picking up any items, then you will be rewarded quite handsomely, depending on how you look at it. But I'm going to take a few bites here, and I don't mind, because in Resident Evil 2, both Claire and Leon are basically the same kind of character, except one's Leon and one's Claire, because they each have the same amount of health. They don't really have anything unique about them stat-wise like Claire, Chris, and Jill did in Resident Evil 1. Because the only difference is Claire will have a, I want to say she'll have a lockpick, I want to say. When I look at my, I just ripped that dude's arm off. And it's very nostalgic to see PS1 graphics. I know people probably don't like PS1 graphics, but my goodness, this brings back some awesome memories. But, anyways, where was I going? Oh yeah, Claire, I believe, has the lockpick to start with. Is all the female characters always have lockpicks for some reason, and I also think that's a joke in Resident Evil 4, the original version, in a conversation with Leon on the radio. But anyways, and Leon will have a lighter. So Claire will have to find her own lighter. Leon will have his own lighter. So that's pretty awesome. And we've made it to the police station. So if you make it to this gate, I want to say to the gate or to the, when you enter the police station, you will get a special zombie here that is going to be super deadly if he grabs you. That is Brad Vickers, the helicopter pilot from Resident Evil 1. We find out how he becomes a zombie in Resident Evil 3 Original Recipe, because Resident Evil 3, the way Brad dies is different than what Brad dies in Resident Evil 3 Remake. But I have to say this music is very, very, very nostalgic. So this is the police station in Resident Evil 2. If we go down this way, we'll meet a very, I feel like, underutilized character. I'm glad that you did more with him in Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's Marvin!
Hang in there. Are you the only officer left in the building?
No, there's cop zombies.
Who are you?
Claire Redfield. I'm looking for my brother Chris.
We lost contact with him over 10 days ago.
What?
Chris, Jill, Barry.
Oh, Barry did come back
Every
from
last
the aliens.
STARS team member has disappeared.
That's not good.
We should have listened.
I mean, they almost all disappeared. They all disappeared in
What
that
happened?
mansion.
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving these zombie-like creatures in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything, at the risk of their own lives. But no one believed them.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go.
But...
Just go.
Okay, if you're going to point guns at me, I'll
Okay.
just go ahead and do that.
just hang in there. I'll be back soon.
It's amazing how this dude is mortally wounded and then he manages to get up casually and then lock the door behind us. But, alright, I forgot what I was actually saying there for a minute. Seems to be that way. ADD is a pain. Anyways, now we can pick up weapons and items and all this good stuff. Now, Claire is not my favorite person to play with. I don't like her weapon loadout, and I imagine a lot of people kind of feel that way. But she does have a very interesting weapon in the grenade launcher. But we'll get a few toys to play with her. But the toys we get to play with her I don't really use them until the end of the game. And then she has, well, no, we get the grenade launcher actually really quick. I'm lying. But Resident Evil 1, it's a PS1, Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 2 is a PS1 game. This is anyways, but it's on the PC, which it looks a lot nicer. Take it from me if you haven't played Resident Evil 2. Claire and Leon both have 8 spaces in their inventory, and that memorandum, the only thing you got to remember from it is 2236. And Claire does have a lockpick because we just used it right there. Now, Claire will be able to open up all these locked drawers, and what the heck is that? Oh, I know what that is. I'm sure everyone knows what a liquor is at this point. But Claire will have easy access to those drawers from the very get-go because she can just unlock them. Now, right here is a pretty cool cutscene. Though, in hindsight, it looks like that liquor, it looks like if you just shot it anywhere, it should hurt a lot because the exposed brain, the exposed the exposed muscles make it look like any kind of attack would hurt it. Now, those liquors will mess your crap up because in a test playthrough I had with Claire, one of those liquors literally just leapt and then just hit me while I was in caution, and I died. Now, I might have been a little bit further into the deeper end of caution, and that's why it killed me, but after that death, I don't really take any risks, unnecessary risks with the liquors. Now, this right here explains that the cops in Raccoon City were wanting to contain or fix the situation with how they can, but the chief of police, Chief Irons, decided, hey, I'm going to make your job difficult. I'm going to relocate all the weapons and ammunition all throughout the building, and I'm going to make this as difficult for you as possible. And even the cops notice that, hey, this is not a good idea because we can't secure all the ammunition and do our job. And that's partly why we are in the situation that we are in Resident Evil 2. It's a lot more in depth than that. Reading these documents, you'll get a little bit more in depth of what kind of person Chief Irons is. Asshole. And what was that? I don't know what that was. But anyways, he's a bit of a bad person, and that's just putting it lightly. Now, we also get quite a bit of info dumps here. This is where we found out that thing we encountered in the hallway was a liquor because it uses its tongue as basically as a whip or as a piercing weapon. Now, if you or Leon from Leon A, you can automatically solve the puzzle that's in this room by lighting that fireplace up, but we can't. Actually, there were some handgun bullets there, and I didn't grab those, I don't think. Maybe I did. I was just talking over everything. But just continue on through this hallway. When we come back here, we're going to want to avoid those windows, but right now the windows are going to be fine. So we're going to go through here, and we're going to get to our first real save room, and then we'll almost be done here. Now, I would recommend taking out these zombies here because we're going to be frequenting this hallway. Now, you'll know when a zombie is dead in Resident Evil 2 when there's blood underneath the body. Now, unlike Resident Evil Remake, you don't have to worry about zombies after you kill them. They won't turn into Crimson Heads. Crimson Heads were not a thing yet. Now, you can also tell when a zombie dies by the way they fall. If they die kind of slow and they bleed out as they fall, generally that is a very safe indicator that the zombie's dead. Otherwise, kind of pay attention to their bodies when they hit the ground and see if there's a pool of blood. So we're going to go ahead and reload our gun, and then we are going to go into the save room. First we're going to get these herbs, I believe. Actually, we're going to get the herbs and then we're going to go into the save room. I think that's going to cut. No, we got about a minute left. So yeah, we're going to go in here. So, oh my goodness, I love the save room music so much. Resident Evil has the best save room music ever. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and store the first aid spray. I'm going to combine the 2 herbs. There is some handgun bullets in these little shells right here, so that's awesome. And then to save your game, you need ink ribbons, and I'm actually going to save quite a bit in Claire A because I'm not super rusty, but I'm not super comfortable with it either. So right here, they're letting us know that, hey, they're going to take their chances in the sewers because it's either that or, you know, death by the zombies and whatever's in the police station. So, you know, they don't want to die. They're going to take their chances in the sewer, and unfortunately, there's something very big in the sewer waiting for them. So we're going to go ahead and call this a part, folks. I'll catch you on the next one later, and bye-bye.